Episode 5 picks up with the fallout from the previous elimination, leaving the remaining contestants wary and fragmented. The main game, Resource Monopoly, challenges players to control limited resources while forming temporary alliances to outmaneuver opponents. Each player is given a set of tokens to trade or hoard, with the goal of securing the most valuable assets by the end of 3 rounds. The episode shines in showcasing individual personalities. The strategic mastermind, Ji-hoon, forms a coalition with Soo-jin and Min-seok, but tensions rise when Soo-jin secretly trades with an opposing group led by Ha-eun. Meanwhile, the underdog, Yeon-woo, leverages her charm to gain trust, only to pull off a shocking betrayal by withholding a critical resource. The prison game, a side challenge, forces players to negotiate for extra tokens, revealing Min-seok's surprising ruthlessness as he manipulates his cellmate into a bad deal. The episode ends with a nail-biting elimination. Ji-hoon's coalition crumbles under mistrust, and Soo-jin's double-dealing backfires, landing her in the bottom 2. The cliffhanger leaves viewers questioning whether her charisma can save her. The resolution of Episode 5's elimination sets a somber tone, as a fan favorite is sent home. Episode 6 introduces Blind Auction, a game where players bid anonymously on mystery rewards, testing their ability to read the room. The twist: some rewards are traps that deduct points. Ha-eun emerges as a dark horse, using her keen observation to predict others' bids and secure a game-changing advantage. However, her success draws attention, painting a target on her back. Yeon-woo, still riding her Episode 5 momentum, tries to rally a coalition against Ha-eun, but her overconfidence leads to a costly miscalculation in the auction. The prison game this time involves a moral dilemma. Players can sacrifice their own points to free a teammate. Min-seok's refusal to help sparks heated arguments, exposing cracks in his alliances. The episode's emotional peak comes during a late-night discussion where contestants reflect on their strategies and personal motivations. This humanizes the cutthroat gameplay, reminding viewers of the stakes beyond the game board. The elimination is a shocker, as a quiet but calculating player is ousted, proving no one is safe. Episode 7 ramps up the intensity with Saboteur's Gambit, a team-based game where each group must complete a complex puzzle. But one player per team is secretly a saboteur tasked with subtle disruption. The catch: if the saboteur is caught, their team loses double points. Ji-hoon's analytical skills shine as he sniffs out the saboteur in his group, but his aggressive accusations alienate teammates. Hai leads her team with quiet confidence, but her overly cautious approach slows their progress. Yeon-woo, now a polarizing figure, plays both sides, feeding misinformation to confuse everyone. The prison game adds chaos, allowing saboteurs to communicate secretly, which leads to a devastating mistake for one team. The episode's standout moment is the post-game confrontation, where accusations of betrayal erupt into a heated argument. The elimination feels like a turning point. As a key strategist exits, shifting the power dynamics, the final scene teases a new game that promises to test loyalties even further. With fewer players remaining, Episode 8's last stand game forces contestants to form pairs to compete in a multi-stage challenge involving memory, speed, and negotiation. The twist: only one player from each pair can advance to the final round, creating instant tension. Yeon-woo pairs with Ha-eun, a risky move given their history, and their dynamic oscillates between cooperation and sabotage. Ji-hoon, now isolated, struggles to find a partner, but uses his intellect to dominate the memory stage. Min-seok's manipulative streak resurfaces as he gaslights his partner into making poor decisions. The prison game, a high-stakes negotiation for bonus points, sees Ha-eun pull off a masterstroke by outwitting Ji-hoon, earning her newfound respect. The episode's emotional weight comes from a player's tearful confession about the personal sacrifices they've made to compete. The elimination is gut-wrenching, as a beloved contestant falls victim to a strategic blindside. The final moments set up a climactic showdown with only a handful of players left. Episode 9 brings the semi-final game, Web of Deceit, where players must navigate a network of interconnected challenges, earning threads to build influence. The more threads a player controls, the greater their power to eliminate others, but overextending risks collapse. Ji-hoon and Ha-eun emerge as frontrunners, each employing wildly different strategies: Ji-hoon's cold logic versus Ha-eun's empathetic manipulation. Yeon-woo, now a wild card, plays chaotically, disrupting everyone's plans. The prison game, a psychological test of trust, pushes players to their breaking point, with one contestant's meltdown becoming a viral moment. The episode's pacing is relentless, balancing strategy with raw emotion. The elimination is a masterclass in suspense, as alliances implode and a shocking exit leaves viewers reeling. The final scene teases the finale, with the remaining players facing a game that will rewrite the rules. Review. Episodes 5 through 9 of The Devil's Plan Season 2 elevate the show to new heights, blending cerebral gameplay with raw human drama. The production quality remains top-notch, with sleek visuals and a haunting soundtrack that amplifies the tension. The games are ingeniously designed, each offering unique challenges that reveal the contestants' strengths and flaws. Resource Monopoly and Web of Deceit stand out for their complexity, forcing players to balance short-term gains with long-term strategy. The cast is the heart of these episodes. Ji-hoon's relentless logic makes him a formidable but polarizing figure, while Ho-eun's quiet resilience earns her underdog status. Yeonwoo's unpredictable energy injects chaos, though her arc occasionally feels repetitive. Min-seok's villainous streak adds spice, but his one-dimensional ruthlessness risks caricature. The show excels at humanizing its players, with late-night conversations and confessionals, providing depth that grounds the high-stakes drama. Pacing is a strength, with each episode building momentum toward the finale. However, the prison games occasionally feel like filler, detracting from the main challenges. Some eliminations, while shocking, rely on convoluted mechanics that may confuse casual viewers. Still, the emotional payoff is undeniable, and the strategic depth keeps you hooked. Compared to Season 1, these episodes feel more polished and ambitious. With higher production values and bolder twists, the show's ability to blend intellect, emotion, and deception makes it a standout in the reality competition genre. Fans of strategic showdowns and psychological intrigue will find plenty to love, though newcomers may need to catch up to appreciate the layered dynamics. Rating: 8/10. These episodes deliver thrilling gameplay and unforgettable moments, setting the stage for an explosive finale. Minor pacing issues aside, The Devil's Plan Season 2 Sackers remains a masterclass in competitive storytelling.